What is clearly a myth but is deep-rooted in our society? That Marilyn Manson removed 2 ribs to be able to suck himself off. The widespread belief that people are sabotaging Halloween candy with needles and razors, despite there being only one documented case in the US, ever. Also, that people are lacing the kids' candy with drugs. Drugs are expensive, nobody is going to waste their stash on random kids. Swimming within 30 minutes of eating isn't dangerous. It doesn't cause cramps. Waiting 30 minutes makes it much less likely for kids to vomit. That a polygraph test can actually be used to detect if someone is lying. This is still used in law enforcement. It's insane. If you shave your hair, it will grow back faster, darker, and/or coarser. The belief that lightning never strikes twice in the same place in quad. Actually it does, and sometimes with great frequency. That ancient humans were very stupid, which for some reason to this day has been insanely persistent. So much so we give them nicknames that we pass off as what they are actually referred to as, like cavemen or Neanderthals, which doesn't make sense because Neanderthals weren't even humans to begin with, they are a whole separate species of hominid. Ancient humans were very smart, so smart in fact I would argue they are more smart than us modern humans. We definitely do not give them enough credit, at least not as much as they deserve, like goddamn. That you can't get pregnant if X in quad. Many things can lower fertility, but unless you literally do not have a uterus and/or ovaries, there's always a chance, for better or worse, by the way, as some of these pregnancies can be dangerous. I've known infertile women who mothered kids because their husband was hyperfertile, their hormonal levels shifted as they got older, their birth control failed because of medication or surgery, etc. etc. Assume there's a risk, or a chance unless the equipment isn't there. The myth of the one partner for you. There is no one in quad. The Middle Ages were less barbaric and dark than we think. That ancient humans were in any more environmentally responsible or had better morals. Bigfoot. Think about it, it's got lots of layers. Adults have always had stories to keep their kids from wandering off and getting into things they shouldn't. People come up with stories that are contextual to their lives. Native people would not have had stories about strangers with candy in vans to keep kids from wandering off. Everything that early indigenous people would have had knowledge of was related to the environments around them. Wild things, wild places, wild people. Also, take into consideration the fact that Homo sapiens have shared this planet with several other hominid species over time. How uncanny valley-ish must it be to stumble into a group of people that kind of look like us, but definitely aren't us. Imagine how early man had to treat living life and raising a family on Earth. Don't wander off or disappear into the woods, there's kinda people in there that will do who knows what. The persistence of Bigfoot belief all over the globe, combined with the fact that there just isn't a Bigfoot, we would have a body by now, or thousands of trail cam pictures at the very least, tells me that there is something very deep-rooted inside of us that puts big hairy wild woods people in our minds. That snakes are evil and will attack you. Snakes are very shy creatures who are afraid of humans and only bites in self-defense. Zodiac signs. People be using your birthday to find boyfriend/girlfriend. Dude, as if I have a choice to choose my birthday. The idea that automation, imports, AI, or efficiency improvements generally cost jobs. It's complete nonsense. If it were true, North Korea would be wealthy and Hong Kong would be poor. But every presidential campaign is run on protecting jobs from things that have no influence whatsoever on employment. That we don't have any form of control over how money works. We made it up. We control how it works. That you need to wait 24 hours to report a missing person. If you sincerely think someone is missing, then report it. The faster that a missing person report is filed, the better chance there is that the person will be found. This is especially crucial when it comes to missing children. Vaccines are poison. But those same people will eat McDonald's with a gallon of Diet Coke on the regular. In Britain, kids are told that if they eat carrots it will help them see in the dark. This originated from World War II, it's crazy how many people actually still believe it. Edit, I thought this was only a British myth/fact told as kids as I found out it came during World War II during the bombings. I didn't know it's worldwide spread. Cool to see though and that there's actually some truth to it. 1. That justice is blind. 2. That good always prevails. Anyone says you can trim fat in X area by doing Y exercises. Totally impossible. You lose fat proportionally over all areas of your body, you can't just target one area to work on. That hard work guarantees success, and that rich people are always hardworking, successful people. That the average person swallows 7 spiders a year in their sleep. Where TF did that even come from? I don't know about you guys, but I've had a grand total of 0 spiders climb on me while I've been awake this year. I can't imagine there's any chance that I've had 7 crawl on me while I'm sleeping, let alone crawl on me, and make their way directly into my mouth. Watermelon seeds will still grow in my stomach. Thanks for ruining my childhood, Angelica Pickles. That planning cities around cars and not humans is totally normal. The amount of myths, clever marketing and bro science in the health and nutrition world is honestly too much to even list here. That the marshmallow experiment demonstrated that kids who can delay gratification will be more successful later in life. On further review, it was discovered that what it actually demonstrated was that kids who are not economically disadvantaged will be more successful. But the most recent study found no meaningful correlation between the ability to delay gratification as a child and success later in life. Is it too soon to talk about how GMOs are actually safe and beneficial to sustainable food chains, or is that still a touchy subject? Your family and relatives will always be there for you and blood never betrays, etc. The alpha/beta social hierarchy that we observed in wolves. The researcher who performed the experiment realized he had made many mistakes in his original take, and has spent the rest of his life trying to undo the damage that report has created. Circumcision having most of the health benefits that it is claimed to have. Doing a lot of extra work at your job or working longer hours will cause you to be more valued by your company or paid more in the long run. Every instance of someone I know going above and beyond at their job ends with them getting more responsibility, no extra pay, and swept under the rug. I've seen this at my current job and a lot of different jobs I've worked in the past. I'm surprised I haven't seen it. Karma. There is no universal checks and balances system. Sure, if you do good things for people they are likely to reciprocate, but it's not a guarantee and nothing is looking out for you to make sure you get what you're owed. Bad things happen to plenty of good people and, clearly, good things happen to some really nasty people. Cats don't get attached to their owners but to the house. Completely wrong. That black cats bring bad luck. Really effing stupid. Plus black cats look cool as F. That 13 is a scary number. Buildings don't even have a 13th floor because of this baloney. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day ! And quad. Bro, that was a commercial. You've spent your entire life repeating a commercial from before you were born. A cop has to tell you they are a cop if you ask. Not encouraging criminals here, but if you are up to some shady shit and think someone might be a cop, shut up and leave, go about your shady business later somewhere else. This is in India. If you pass out, faint, rub the person's feet to wake them up. TV serials taught the population this trick. Now people do this for all passing out, including drownings, heart attacks, and other serious ailments. Men have a lower emotional intelligence than women. That they feel less. That women are an emotional mess. That men are strong leaders not influenced by their feelings. It's all false. That women are less intelligent than men. False, false, false. That OCD is liking things to be extremely neat, tidy or organized. That only women have a biological clock, and that time runs out on it. While men can impregnate a woman while advanced in age, it's not always a good idea. The older a man gets, the more likely their sperm is to have genetic defects. Men over 40 have a higher chance of having children with birth defects, autism, schizophrenia, and pregnancy loss in their partner. And I've also read that some studies are suggesting that certain types of leukemia in children are tied to paternal age as well. For some reason, people don't talk about paternal age during conception much, only about women's ages. And when I've mentioned this in the past on Reddit, I've gotten a lot angry men calling me a liar. As if it's hard to grasp that when bodies age, sperm production and viability age right along with them. Sperm isn't some sort of anomaly that will remain perfect from ages 10 to 100. Everything ages. Swimmers too, my dudes. An engagement ring has to have a diamond. And also as a general rule it should be worth 3 months of your salary. Both come from an incredibly successful marketing campaign by diamond mining/trading company called De Beers. The fact that in the US, an employer can have a policy that says you can't discuss your wages with coworkers. It is illegal for them to even have a written or oral policy stating you can't discuss wages with others.